Right, I clicked the MOOOONNN button. We should be live and ready this time, legends. We are back. We are ready. That last hiccup has been sorted. Guys, tell me in the chat if everything's working nicely, and also put a like on this video if you just come in and watch. Always, if it's if you're a replay viewer, guys, you're just coming in now. Just watch the whole video for at least 30 minutes because you're going to get all the analysis. I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. I give trading alpha to the next level on this channel, guys. I've been trading for a very long time, and I cut through the BS, and I just tell you exactly what I think, what's going to happen, how it's going to happen, the scenarios, what scenario is most probable out of all the scenarios, because we have to obviously cover all of the levels. We have to play chess against the market. Trading is a synergy between poker and chess. Chess is logic, poker is risk management, trading is in the middle. That's what we do. We play chess with risk management against other people in the market. So, guys, let's dive straight into it. We're going to go into the indicators, obviously. We're going to look at what we're doing on the flat PA. We're going to go through all the different indicators. Guys, you know what goes on these videos. We'll even look at the watch market. I am pretty interested, actually, in watches right now. Overall, leggies, though, pretty much... okay, so you guys, a lot of you guys aren't in the VIP group, but a lot of you guys are. So if you're not in the VIP group, I will go back one step and tell you what I said in the VIP group in my last live session, which was yesterday. And I said, guys, there's going to be a very nice SR long to be played from this level here, guys. The Auto Charting Tools indicator has plotted it as well. And you see here, guys, there's a level which I was calling in my VIP group. The VIP group is here, guys. You can come and join it. It's mdxalgo.com. We won't go into that now, but that's the tutorials and learning how to trade. But guys, this level here, I was saying in my VIP group, would be a very good time to look for a bounce trade, and that's exactly what we got, baby. Actually, to the nail, to the T. You could be up around 4% now on that trade, but I disclosed that trade setup in my VIP group in the live session I did yesterday. So what happens next? We've got the bounce. What's going to happen? There are a few scenarios. And guys, by the way, I basically bit my freaking side of my mouth. So if I sound really weird, it's because I have a fucking cut on the side of my mouth and it's freaking painful. But I will get through the pain for you, legends. And guys, hit the like button, put your questions in. I'm going to do an AMA in this video. Just tell me in the chat as well if you can hear me correctly, everything's looking good, video's working, and all that kind of shit. Just tell me and don't troll me, all right? I'm not up for the trolls today, okay, leggies? The trolls, leggies. So, yeah, this level... I was calling for a bounce trade, and everybody was saying, oh my god, it's over, this uptrend is over, we're going to the fucking zero, this is the top. And I was saying very calmly, guys, I was like, actually, there's nothing here which is stating that it's the end of this small uptrend. The bulls take the stairs and the bears will jump out the window. We need to get a lower high first. So it's still up. We're actually in a very small uptrend within a much broader, longer-term uptrend, which we all know. We've been in an uptrend since basically $30,000. And this is still an uptrend, and it's not over. And I was saying in my VIP group, guys, that this level here would be a very nice bounce trade. Is exactly what we've got now. What you want to be doing, guys, that trade is played out. What you want to be doing now, guys, is lifting up your stops, putting your stops into break even, and seeing how far this can go. The higher this goes now, if we get to the high, the better, because it means that the price action has managed to get through all of the resistance back up to the prior high and actually tag the top side of resistance of this whole level, which is the top of this move. And if it comes back down, you're looking for another higher low. Oh, back in. Guess what we're doing, guys? Ascending formation continuation. That's what you're looking for the bulls. Right now, you're in the long anyway. And I did say in my VIP group, guys, in my prior video. When was my last video? Okay, on the stream on Monday last week, I was saying that there could be a hedge short position in here at resistance. Again, guys, we're playing chess against the market. What we want to do is we want to play chess against the market with appropriate risk management. So I said, guys, that this is going to be the first area of resistance. You can go back on Monday and I said there'd be a hedged short position here. That hedged short position there, you could have taken a short perfectly as predicted. That was resistance. You could have been in a short. Then I said in my VIP group yesterday on stream that there will be a hedge long. Well, it wouldn't be a hedge long. It'll be a long going with this trend. And guys, actually, as you can see, if you took that hedge short and then you're in a long here, you are in a perfect position. You have stalemated the market. You can't lose. You're in two positions which are both in profit. You are then in a winning. You have exposure in the market, long and short, and you are in a winning trade because you've longed and shorted, and they're both in profit, those trades. Perfect. That's what you want to be doing, legends. That's the freaking goddamn creme de la creme of this game. So, yeah, you could have taken the short here, guys, the hedge short, like I said, and in my VIP group, guys, which you already know, in this group here, I did say that I was looking for longs on this level exactly here, guys. So I always use the first move up resistance level for the level which I plot for the logical resistance. Let me make sure you can see it on the screen so my face is in the way. The bulls take the stairs, legends, and they usually come down and retest the prior highs. So this has done the same thing. It's come back and it's retested the prior high of the first expansion move. That's the level. First expansion move, that's the level. Guess where it came into? Perfect, perfect, perfect. So now, guys, what you want to be doing is this. What you want to be eyeing up for, you want to hold your shorts open from that resistance. That there, put your stop loss into break even or slight profit. If you come up to this, guys, you're now in a hedge long position. If we then break back down, let's just say this, okay? So the most bullish scenario is we come all the way up and we start carving out an ascending formation. Great, higher lows coming into it with a flat top. The other side of the coin is that you have the hedge short open and we come to here into this area of resistance, which you can see on auto charting tools. The auto charting tools indicator is showing that level there, which is logical resistance here and here. If we come into here, guys, and then we break down again to this level, right? And then we make another lower low, back into it again, guess what? Descending formation, and then we break trend, and then the bulls take the stairs, the bears jump out the window. What you're looking for is a change of structure, and this trend line, guys, make sure you can see it on the chart, actually, because my face is probably in the way right now. So this trend line, guys, is not, I don't trade trend lines. I'm not looking to put exposure or put positions on diagonals. I don't trade diagonals. But I'm tracing out potentially where support could come in. And another good trade actually would be, say we come up to here, we fanny around, and then we wick down to there. That would be a very nice trade because you have two confluence factors on that. And that could be a very nice confluence trade. But I would say, guys, like overall, nothing wrong with this. Bouncing off the levels we said in the VIP group. If we come to here, we see a lower high, then we're coming back into it. If we lose this level as well as losing the prior areas of support, you're likely going to get a flush down to next support and play the next bounce trade, leggies. Another bounce trade, rinse, repeat, continue on doing that consistently as we're fucking, what are we, like $4,000 off the all-time high of Bitcoin. So it's very, very good. The long to short ratio is actually in favor as well. Let me just quickly check that because I haven't checked today. Also, guys, look at all this buy pressure coming in. We've just released a very, very nice new volume delta indicator. I've been using it in my strategy a lot. And what it does is it just shows you, obviously, the gray is the price. It just shows you where the volume is picking up on either side of the book. So if it's long, you know, or buyers are coming in, you've got green, and obviously red is on the way down. But you can see here all the way, guys, majority of it's green, all green, just continuously pushing higher. Here's a nice little swing pivot low into that little bit of red, massive green pushed us out of it. Again, guys, massive green, just pushing us out of these levels. And that's all just buyers coming in. And this indicator is looking very promising. We've got another update coming to it as well. And I've been using it to just kind of... I'm not an order book guy, guys. I don't trade order books. But order flow and this volume delta, I'm taking a fancy to it. So long to short ratio has actually changed, guys, actually. So the long to short ratio yesterday, when I did in my VIP group, I did that live stream, we actually had it at... We were looking at around... I think it was 50-50. I think it was like 49.7% short. Now we're only 34.7% short, okay? So that has changed drastically from yesterday. Here, we were net short. Now we're getting net long again. And we're getting into these high amount of longs up here, which doesn't bode well for the bulls, actually, okay? So you want to see the market be more short when you're uptrending because then it's giving more fuel for higher prices. But anyway, there's one factor. Overall, we have to go with what's the charts are saying to us. If we turn the indicators on as well, let me quickly whip up. Sorry, that's the trading bot. I'll do the trading bot in a second. We are still in a long, guys. We have managed to reclaim the EMA ribbon, which I do use a lot as well, guys. And you had a long buy signal here, EMA ribbon. I think the bot has had a couple of very nice trades. I just want to make sure the MDX Trading Bot. So yeah, this is fucking beautiful stuff from the MDX Trading Bot. And this is... I actually, in my VIP group, I was talking about this because a lot of guys are like, the hedge trading strategies work very, very well. Let me just make sure this is all clean. So like, guys, buy signal here, into a position, took profit here, mitigated risk. Buy signal here, back into this, took profit, mitigated risk. 2 winning trades on the bot in a row. Guess what? Next trade, look for a hedge short. You got the buy signal at resistance. That's a hedge position to come back down, and then you're hedging against the short as well. So 2 very, very nice positions. And it's a little bit, you probably don't understand what I'm saying right now if you don't actually use the bot, but go to mdxalgo.com/tradingbot. And you can read about how to use the MDX Trading Bot for advanced users. Just read about it, guys. I promise you, this is one of my strategies I've been using for almost a decade, and it's made me a lot of money in trading. And I give it away for free because obviously you guys can use it for free on Bingx because I can monetize through Bingx through trading fees. That means I can give the bot away for free. Thank you for Bingx for doing that Because if it wasn't for Bingx, I would just keep my trading bot for myself and make money doing it. But now I can give it to you guys for free, and I can monetize in a different way, which is slightly more passive. So you need to go to Bingx, use the referral link, and then go to mdxalgo.com/tradingbot. I'll quickly put that in the chat for you legends, because you guys do ask me. My last video I did about the trading bot on YouTube got like 11,000 views. So you guys are obviously very interested in the trading bot. Like 11,000 views on one video in terms of what I'm not really doing much content right now. So that's one of my biggest performing videos about the trading bot, and it's definitely interesting to people. So yeah, guys, let's go back to the charts. So yeah, everybody was going crazy. Everyone was freaking out, like, oh my god, like it's over. This move when we were coming down, and I was saying very calmly, guys, that actually we are still above the prior high of support. So, like I said, the bulls take the stairs. You're looking to find support on the next levels. It's exactly what we've got. We've got the bounce trade in my VIP group, guys. I was stating in the video that I think there's a long trade here. My hunch, guys, is that we probably peter out for a little bit. I wouldn't say, if we came all the way up to here now, that's a good sign for the bulls. The head short position would have been great if you got into it. That's playing chess against the market. Like I always say, you're playing chess with risk management. And if we do get an ascending formation, guys, we are looking to continue this. And if we do continue, now, leggies, you've got to get prepared. You've got to get your fucking seatbelt on. You've got to get yourself into the rocket ship, because, this here is... Okay, I'm going to make this point very clear. There's no... Okay, if anyone in this fucking game is telling you that they think that because of Fibonacci extensions or rule of 7 or this model they have, they know exactly that Bitcoin's going to stop at 87,258.5692 fucking 3 pi squared. It's all a lot of fucking bullshit. Because when you have a blue sky breakout, guys, it's a blue sky breakout. You have no resistance, so there's no prior resistance on the chart. It's uncharted territory, and you're dealing with cryptocurrency as well. So even in a fucking goddamn expanding market like gold, it's difficult, but it's easier on gold than it is on crypto and Bitcoin especially. And you have big institutions as well in this market, and we know that they are still snapping, only up 0.1% on institutions right now. So ETFs, countries, public companies, private companies, BTC money companies. The Bitcoin treasuries have around 12.3%. That's only gone up. In the VIP group, actually, you can monitor this. So you go to Bitcoin treasuries, you have a bot which monitors it. It's only gone up about 0.1% in the last couple of weeks. So hasn't been much growth in the ETF. There isn't much money being added to ETFs by custodians. Well, the ETFs are buying them from the custodians, the Bitcoin. So it hasn't been much growth. And this reinforces my point, guys, about how I think the price action of Bitcoin is generally being determined by the derivatives market, not the ETF market, because the ETF market is following derivatives, because the derivatives market, legends, as we well know, if you go on the dashboard, you can see from the exchanges that in derivatives volume, in terms of 24-hour derivatives volume, we're doing over 100 billion in these 6 exchanges. And I'm not even taking into account all the other exchanges that aren't even listed on here, the ones which are doing wash trading, the smaller exchanges which are used in Asia, the Japanese ones, the fucking goddamn Australian ones, which are the biggest ones in Australia, but no one knows about them. We're only talking about these 6 exchanges, okay? And they're doing $100 billion of volume, okay? So all these guys are like, yes, the ETFs are what are driving the price. It's not, because the ETFs aren't even doing 2 billion a day. And also, you have to remember, okay, this is my verdict. The derivatives market is driving the price action predominantly, and the ETFs are moving with inflows and outflows because people are buying into ETFs when they see the price rising. That's my verdict. Not going on any further. But I would say that, like, all these guys who are going to come up to you and say, yes, I know exactly where Bitcoin's going to go because of the rule of 7. I have this model, which is like, yeah, it's all a load of fucking crap. Nobody knows. There is no way of knowing where it's going to stop. It's a blue sky breakout. It's uncharted territory with no resistance. All I will say is this. $100,000 is unlikely to get broken if we continue now. I would probably like to see a bigger pullback with a bigger swing down for a bigger springboard for Bitcoin to have the momentum to break $100,000 on this move, okay? So I'd say that if we break out now to the upside, I think it's between here and here. We stop. I'm not looking to trade against it. You guys already know my strategy. I'm going to let it play out, and then I'm going to play the Lord Dumpu short with the Fibonacci retracement tool using my trading bot, okay? So say this is the swing, the high, sorry, wrong way around. Say this is the high, and then the low. What you're looking for is a Fibonacci retracement. I'll be taking a short there. My bot will then go long, and that means that you're going to counter trade that signal because this will be going into range bound, etc., etc., etc. Like I said, go read about the trading bot strategy with mdxalgo.com/trading bot. I will pin the fucking message again. So I don't think Bitcoin will get $100,000 on this move if it breaks out. I think it will find resistance, significant resistance, probably between 20 and 40% correction. But I do think $100,000 is on the cards if we do break out, and I do think that will be the highest price it will go. I think that will cap the upside. And then if we do go all the way there, I do think it's going to be some sort of prolonged period, maybe a wick lower, and I don't think Bitcoin's going to be able to sustain, keep going up and up and up. But I'm not going to trade on the basis of looking for shorts. I'm just going to say that's my hunch. I don't think we break $100,000. I won't trade on the basis of that. I'll trade on the basis of the charts at the time. When the time comes, I will look at the charts objectively and make the decision then. So a lot to unpackage right there. But what I'm saying is that all these people who tell you they think they know where it's going to go, it's bullshit. Been trading for a long time, and there's no one who can predict those types of moves in terms of the velocity of the move. Direction, fine, not velocity. So I'd say $100,000 caps it, okay? And just if you just come into this stream, I'm not saying that has to happen, okay? So if you go for the beginning of the video when I finish this, you'll see that we've got to look at this with a cool head and be objective. And right now, guys, like I said, this is the area to get long, like I said in my VIP group yesterday, and there was a short to be played at resistance. When auto charting tools loads on this chart, you will see the blue areas, and those blue areas are automatically charted for you with auto charting tools, one of our favorite indicators we use in the MDX Algo community. So you can see massive blue zone down here, obviously in here, and if you whip out to the 4 hour, it's actually even more clear where the levels are. And these are the levels which we were stating before. So you have the high price. This level's now disappeared because we already tagged it. And then in here, guys, was that support. And it can't get any fucking better than that, guys. If you're looking for an indicator to help you with SR, my bread and butter strategy, this is where you want to be, okay? So what we're looking for now, guys, is Bitcoin going to eclipse the high and continue the uptrend? I don't think it does it on this move. I think Bitcoin's more likely going to flag out for a little bit, and not technically flag. It doesn't have to do a flag. But I think it's going to be more like this and then back in here, and then it might continue a little bit. We probably got a few more days, and then we'll have to wait and see if it makes a lower high, back in, another lower high, back in, makes a descending formation, breaks this trend. Obviously, it's only 2 points of data, but I'm tracing out what could potentially happen. And if we get a move like that, then we break it. We're going to come down to support, bounce trade, back in, and then we'll play the other direction. We'll start playing the bounce trades on the way back up, okay, all the way down if you invert it back. So yeah, really, really interesting, guys. Really, really like it. Ethereum as well had some good news with the ETF announcement. Very nice. Muted. Don't lie to me. We're not muted, are we? Don't you lie to me in there. Rory, the rolling robot. Don't be naughty. Otherwise, I'm going to kick you out of this freaking group, sir. Guys, we've got like 200 people in here. If you can hit the like button, that'd be great. And then comment your altcoins to talk about in a minute. But desecration's key. You know what to do. Hit that like button, guys. And then I will get a dopamine rush. I'm going to drink some water as well. Actually, it's fucking hot in here. Is my aircon even on? I swear I turned it on. Anyway. I could probably hear that going down like an absolute treat. If you like my analysis, bro, hit the like button. That'd be great. I've been trading for a very, very long time. So, yeah, that's the objective truths of the market. In terms of downside, guys, obviously, I've said from the beginning of time, it feels like that $61,100 is the line in the sand for the bulls, and this is this level here. This yellow line has been plotted since this expansion phase happened in Bitcoin, and this is really the level. A lot of guys, toing and froing, where's the range, what is the range levels? It's 61,100 or between $60,800 and $61,100, and between the high price, give or take this swing here, the high price here, at around $72,000, $73,000. So that is the range we've been in. We've got a deviation potentially at the highs. So I'd say if you wanted to be really objective, actually, you could say here as well. But you got these failed highs here in terms of it's deviating when it came to the high. Can't get above it. And then we have a deviation when it comes to the lows with a pretty nice, actually, fake out. Okay, so that's the range, 61,000. Let's just say 61,000 just for argument's sake for all those people who are like, but you said 61.1. It went to 61.12. It's like, legends, we're talking about 60 fucking... When Bitcoin goes to $100,000, which it very likely will in the future, Bitcoin, if it goes down $10,000, it will be 10%. $1,000 moves will be 1% moves. That's mental. Anyway, think about where we've come. So yeah, that's kind of the what we're looking at here, guys. And also, you got to remember as well, when you look at some of the other metrics, okay? So the dealers, we'll go into dealers in a second. Obviously, I've been through the Bitcoin treasuries we've only got 0.1 extra Bitcoin going into it. CBI, again, I've said, CBI for me, I think this could make a lower high, to be honest. The CBI, it could go lower. We'll have to wait and see. Obviously, CBI isn't a lower time frame factor, but if we do, the CBI gives me that kind of feeling inside where I think to myself, okay, the CBI has had a huge move to the upside, and we do usually have cyclical bear phases on the CBI. Every single market cycle, we've at least had something, except the 2012 cycle. But you can see here, guys, that the CBI comes up very high, and then it pulls back very, very high, and then it does another high. It's done that multiple times in history, even here when it went to 59 all the way up. So it wouldn't surprise me to come a little bit lower. And this gives me an inkling that if we do begin to lose levels, we lose here, and then we lose, obviously, the wick low, something like that, back down into here, then I could see Bitcoin hitting around 48,000. Between 52K is here. You won't be able to see that because my face is in the way. So we're looking at $52,000 for Bitcoin in this region here. That will very likely get tagged, if not 48 or 42. And that's on the premise, guys. And obviously, I'm just stating the premise of the level which needs to be lost. And we need to lose $61,000. Sorry, I just ate loads of food. $61,000, guys, is the level. If we lose that, then we are basically, I think, going to move into a cyclical bear trend. The CBI will confirm that, as we could make a lower high here, like Bitcoin could as well. I think CBI probably comes down to around 50 and then continues up higher. Infinite market cap, don't really need to look at, hasn't changed. We're still at number 9 for the itty bitty bad boy, which is a great sign that we're in the top 10. Being in the top 10 is just like, come on, legends. We're doing all right. The dealers. Let's have a look at the dealers. It's been a while, actually. I haven't really been tracking the dealers because it's just been the same, it's just been business as usual, essentially, for them. And they've just been, again, it's exactly the same as what it was. It's just a slight decrease in short exposure. Longs around the same with increase of spread, which in my book just means that they're repositioning themselves for the bull market to continue. If they thought that the bull market here was over, you would probably see an inverse correlation between them adding longs and adding shorts and reducing longs. So this is just, for me, it's just a confluence fact to say this bull market is very unlikely over. And asset managers have been reducing their long exposure, which again, it reinforces the fact that we're probably still in a bull market because these guys are going to get it wrong. Asset managers are essentially hedge fund managers, family offices, and just doing the same shit as everybody else, but with a tie on. And then you have the dealers who are actually professional liquidity providers within the Chicago Mercantile Exchange. So these guys reducing their short exposure is very, very promising because they're likely going to flip and be long for the bull market, the big bull market. And also, you got to remember as well, like, these guys aren't losing money because they're not actually trading the order books. What they're doing is they have to, a lot of the time, play the other side of the asset managers to equal the books on the Chicago Mercantile Exchange, but they will take directional, and you can see that they're reducing shorts very, very quickly, a lot faster than the asset managers are reducing longs. So it's pretty interesting. A few altcoins will go through. Guys, put your altcoins in the chat. We'll do altcoins in a minute. This altcoin I've obviously been invested in, guys, 1.86 cents off the bat. Very, very good, considering that, what is it now market cap-wise, straight off the bat? Couple mil, 3 mil. It went all the way up to $6, I think, which was 10 mil market cap, which is decent for it being launched a second ago. Oh, yeah, legends. I forgot to mention as well the newsletter. So I write a newsletter every single Monday. And it's got up. We're just absolutely blasting off on readers right now. So it's amazing that you guys enjoyed the newsletter. You can get access to the newsletter, guys, for free. It's a free newsletter, which I write every Monday with my team at MDX Algo. And you can get it for free right there, legends. It's you just read it. It's just analysis, which we put out. We talk about the markets, global markets. We do traditional news. We don't do, I'm not a news guy, so that's written by somebody else, the news stuff. But we do the crypto stuff, the traditional stuff, the global stuff in terms of the news, things happening. And then we do a whole market research analysis where it's what Bitcoin's doing. And then we talk about what's going on in the community. So who's winning good trades. We have the legend board in there. We show you which are the best exchanges. We talk about just loads of shit. And you can get the free newsletter. You can just go mdxspecials.com, our new landing page, to get it. I actually got my team to make that. What was it, the last couple of days? Like we need a fucking new landing page for these guys. Hey, I'm back, legends. I'm here. I'm in the chat. Matic, please. Yeah, put your we've got someone just blasting the love. heart on the thing. Thank you for loving it, sire. You're a very nice human being. I like your analysis. I like yours too, even though I haven't seen it. Yeah, so what we're really waiting for, guys, now is to see if Bitcoin can eclipse that high price in terms of the local high, if it can get to here. So all you can do right now, guys, is we've already got into position. Like I said in my VIP group yesterday, I said this is where you're looking for the long. A lot of you guys in the chat will know that. So this is a great trade to be placed. I said before, this will be resistance up here. That could have been a head short, long. Now, essentially, if you did those two trades, which you'll be in a good position, it means you're short and you're long, and both the trades are in profit. That means you've essentially won. You've stalemated the market. You are in a winning position. Or let's just say you can't lose. Stalemate means you can't lose because we're playing chess and poker at the same time when we're trading. Chess is logic. Poker is risk management. Fuck the two together. And then you get trading. So what you're doing now is you're waiting objectively with your stop losses in either side. Yes, sometimes you might have two stops and you might get whipped out both ways. The market can do that. We can't predict those things. But what you're really waiting for now is Bitcoin going to make a lower high and come down and make a descending formation in terms of pattern recognition. Or are we going to get an ascending formation, which I do have to say, looking at this right now, objectively, considering we're in a long-term bull market or a long-term uptrend, and now we're in a micro uptrend after a consolidation for a few months, probability is probably still higher. We're still above relevant levels. We're still above this support. We haven't lost trend. So I'd say, in my book, we're probably looking to continue. Maybe we get something like that. I'll take a trade there as well on this level again for a buy. And then just kind of wait and see what happens, leggies. And I'll talk about watches in a minute, to be honest. But I am in the market, guys. So if you guys know any watch dealers, you know any ADs who are selling watches at good prices, I am in the market to rebuy my watches. I bought a whole load of watches in 2021. Fuck, oh God, time is flying by. What the fuck is it now? Like, where are we? Why am I looking at the time? It's 24, isn't it? Yeah, it was like 3 or 4 years ago. So I sold a whole load of watches when we were probably around here, and we've come down again on the watch market. We've significantly dropped even further in terms of the index. This is an index of ADs, so it just goes round. It's difficult to 100% quantify, obviously, because every AD is different. You might get scammed at another AD. You might not get a good price here. You might be someone who's a stress sell. Who knows which exact shop you're going to? But this is an index of majority of ADs, all pricing their stock and their assets, you could call them as well, and then saying, reporting that. But you can see it's come down another 6%. So obviously this is the high. This is the crazy mania NFTs, Bitcoin at the top, and then we've drawn down significantly from there. But it's a big drop, guys. If you do the 3-year, it should show pretty well. It's like, I don't know if that's the exact top at 42,000. I think that pretty much 46. So it's more than 35 to 40% drop in the average price of secondhand luxury watches, which is pretty fucking good in terms of looking at something to diversify. Like, if you're holding some Bitcoin, and let's say Bitcoin in the next 6... You got to remember as well, guys, with the watch market, this is not going to turn around. This is going to take... It might take a decade. It might take 5 to 10 years for this to get back to these highs of the average price of watches. So it's quite likely that Bitcoin's going to be able to appreciate faster than that. And maybe Bitcoin goes to a price point of 200,000, 300,000, who knows? But if that happens, in a short period of time, maybe in the next 18 months, you have to say to yourself, look, the watch market is not going to be able to appreciate that quickly. The market cannot, it just doesn't have the dynamic set up for that in terms of the movement. Like, Bitcoin is so erratically, it's so liquid. It's just not liquid enough, the market, in terms of watches. Like real estate, it can't move that quickly. And it's a bigger market as well. So if Bitcoin has a big move to the upside, there could be a very nice trade, because you could say if Bitcoin goes 300,000-400,000, looking at the top formation, looking at pattern recognition and sentiment readings, whatever it is, and then you catch a good price of Bitcoin high, flip it into watches, Bitcoin begins to nuke, and then watches begin to have their turn. Could be very, very interesting, guys, for a cycle trade. And I think gold has kind of taken a little bit of thunder away from my first initial get out. So my strategy to leave this market is going to be gold. I'm going to sell into gold predominantly, not fiat currency in this market cycle. But gold's already done a very, very big move since we were speaking about this. It's still up 30 between 30 and 35%. So gold might actually be able to go to $3,000 during the time Bitcoin does its bull market, but I don't think watches will keep up. So again, that's why I'm talking about watches. I do think there's a good exit strategy trade there. It could be pretty interesting to see what happens, guys. Anyway, but I'll keep an eye on it. We'll be on this channel. I'll be here with you, legends. The 250 people who always tune in. I will be here to fucking tell you what's crack-a-lacking out there, homies. You know, if you look at some other higher time frame stuff on Bitcoin on the weekly, you know, this is very good. You know, I really like the stochastic RSI. I actually kind of brought the stochastic RSI to the crypto market. I used to use it in TradFi and I used to use it in traditional Forex trading. And I actually spoke about it a lot in the crypto when I came into the crypto space. And I spoke about the stochastic RSI. Now a lot of people use it in their analysis. And I do think that it's still valid. And I think that's a very good sign. Doesn't mean we can't stay down here for a long period of time. You know, the stochastic RSI could stay oversold for a long time. I'm just saying that it's better the stochastic RSI being oversold than being overbought right now. You know, what would you rather if you're looking for an increased appreciation on the asset? It's better to be at the bottom than at the top. So it's a good sign that the stochastic RSI is so low. You know, it does create a bit of confidence in potentially the bull market not being over, especially a weekly. I don't know where the monthly is. It might not even be populated. So the monthly again is at the top, but the monthly is again this is multiple years it can stay up here. Last time we got up here, it took 8 months to stay at the top. Looking at this, it's come down already some as well. So you can see that it can just call back up to the top and stay there. So stochastic RSI on the monthly can stay up there for 8 months. Having said that, we have been up here for 1, 2, 3, 4 months, but we've come down a little bit already. So that is an interesting thing to look at. Also, the MDX oscillator collection as our new indicator is at the top as well on the monthly. So that is pretty interesting, and we had a hidden bullish divergence there. But to be a weekly on this, you know, we could be the stochastic RSI monthly can stay up here. You know, before we could go to $200,000 and it would then it will call around. It takes a long time to swing back round. And up here we've only just entered the overbought territory. So I'd say a weekly being here, you know, if the weekly is now going to start doing something like that, that could take us to 200,000. And then, yeah, the monthly will then be in confluence for the downside. So the weekly is the one I go by, but it's pretty interesting to see that, guys. I do put some weight on that. And I would say it's better at being at the bottom at the top. But monthly is, you know, we're not going to last forever, legends. This market cycle is not going to last forever. You know, we might get 100,000, 200,000, whatever. We might even have a cyclical bear trend within this. So we go up to like this, then we come back down for a prolonged period of time, and then we reset some indicators. But we'll have to look and we'll have to wait and see, really. But that weekly, definitely just wanted to mention that. When we have the stochastic RSI, it's obviously a more exponential variant. But when you look at the actual trend oscillator, this is using more of a flow, so a wave trend style. We are also in the mid zone of the oscillator. So it's a TDI. You have a top line, bottom line, and the middle line. And a lot of the time, guys, on the indicators, you get a snap. This is the MDX oscillator collection. So you can see here, guys, you come to the midline, you get a bounce off it. Come to the midline, you get something off it. Come to the midline, you get a bounce off it. So a lot of the time, guys, even here, bounced off it multiple times. You probably can't see it on your screen. It's quite faint. It's even faint for me. But I'm saying that when you come to midline on the first go, you usually get another move up. So it's quite promising, actually, in terms of continuation. We just have to say, if we're above $61,000, you know, that's the line in the sand. If we lose that, then I do think it's over. Not over for forever, but I think it's 52, 48, and 42. And I think the lowest it goes is 42 if you lose 61. And then it's something like this, you know, back in. Let's just say we eclipse this, then we get a big failure. Up, lower, high, we break through, we come back into resistance. We have a big snap down. We fanny around here for, you know, that's not off the cards, but I'm saying like this would be as low as I think it goes. I don't think we're going to get anything like a COVID move. Having said that, I say I don't think we're going to get a COVID move down, but it's not impossible that something mental can't happen in the world where we have, you know, a nuclear war or China invade Taiwan or some shit. Who fucking knows what can happen? Like, the world's a pretty nuts place. It's not as nuts as it was in the medieval times, but it's pretty nuts in terms of modern era shit. So anything can happen. Like, we have to use a stop loss. I say this to people. There's no point waiting for the doomsday crash. Oh, there's going to be this. There's going to be nuclear war, so I'm shorting all the way up. What I say to people is this. Listen, legends. we don't know what can happen. Anything can happen. There's no point wasting time trying to think about what can happen. What we need to do is just use a stop loss. A stop loss is our insurance policy. When you have a stop loss, it's your insurance against the unknown. So don't even bother trying to think about the what, when, why, what's going to happen. Just have a stop loss, and then you've mitigated the risk of you not knowing what might happen. So stop losses, legends. But we're getting a bounce legend here. We're getting a bounce. Let me have a look at the indicators as well. We'll track this. I am actually really enjoying this indicator, guys. This is in terms of volume delta. So predominantly my trading strategy, guys, is been built around the principle of quite traditional aspects, right? So it's SR, I look at some sentiment, I look at oscillators, I look at things which are strictly price action, and I don't look at order books or order flow or go into that world because I know it can be manipulated, changed, and wash traded. But I am actually beginning to integrate this new indicator we developed, the volume delta indicator, because it essentially just gives you some nice added confluence to say which way are the books pitted in terms of buying and selling via volume. And you can see when it's green underneath it, it's just holding it all the way up. And there's a lot of examples, guys, on lower time frames, especially where when you get these dips down, it gets excessively green and you get these spikes back up. And it's actually done a very, very good job of timing some of these bottoms. And then the red comes in, pushes it down. So it's almost like, showing you where the force of the market is. And it's done a pretty good job at timing some nice stuff. So I've been using this indicator a lot. And obviously you have the node. I'm building a new node indicator. I used to use the node all the time back in the day, but this new node indicator which we're building essentially gives you all the pockets of where the most volume is. So you have volume on the side, volume on the top, and on the price action. But you can get a hold of this, guys, over at mdxalgo.com. You've said it. How many times have I said it? Our indicator suite is unbelievable. We've got some new sponsorships potentially coming up. We've got some new indicator updates as well. So we're updating some of the code in the back end to make it so the order books are more clear. It's getting mental. And then we're going to input them into the MDX algo. So if you go mdxalgo.com/dashboard, we're going to have charts integrated into that as well. So it's going to get fucking mental, legends. Now, who spoke about the pub? Who spoke about the pub? I am planning on buying a pub. Who knows? Let me actually show you it. Let me find let's go on Google Maps a second. I think I can go on Google Maps. Where is Google Maps? I swear I had Google Maps up. Yeah, we did. So where is the pub? The pub is in Bristol, legend. So this is England. This is the UK, where I am from. This land of frickin' goddamn drunkards, pubs, fish and chips, Scots, Welsh, and British people as a whole. So if you zoom into Bristol, this is where I used to live for a bit of my time in the old England day, and you go to Gloucester Road, which is this road here. You come up here like this. This is Gloucester Road in Bristol. It goes all the way down into the Bear Pit, and then you have fucking hell, Lakota was a good crack back in the day. So if you zoom in on this, we should find it. We might even be able to just see it straight off the bat. I think it should be in here somewhere. See if I can find it without even using Google Maps. It's called so this should be where, yeah, that's it. It should be, if I can find it for you, young sirs out there in the old place. You know what to do. Let's get right in there. I know we're not doing any trading right now, but I'll show you Gloucester Road. This is an English area. So the pub, which is for sale, is here. There it is, the beauty. Built in the 1700s. There's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff has happened in this pub, legends. Like over the years, 400 and whatever years, 500 years old. A lot of shit has happened in this pub. Like probably murders, drunkards left, right, and center, parties, funerals, weddings. Well, I don't know. The walls have got shit inside them. But it's for sale at the moment. You can actually see it says there, freehold as well. So I'm maybe going to buy it in Bristol. We'll see if I do it. I'm going to go look at it soon and just see, if it's worth doing, if there's any structural problems. Basically, it's the Gloucester Ale House, the Gloucester Road Ale House, and they used to sell ale, so they used to have really nice ale pints in there. And then Heineken came along and bought it and fucked it up because they ripped out all the good beer, all the good ale pints, and then they lost all the customers, so it went bust. There's a flat upstairs. Someone said, "What's the price?" I think. How much does it cost? Well, I think they want about £600,000, which is probably nearly almost $1 million, but less actually, $800,000 for it, which is probably too much. considering it's been on the market and it went bust and it's not much of a business. I'm gonna have to revamp the whole thing. So I'll barter with them. I'll negotiate. We'll see what happens. It should be a bit of fun. But if I own a pub, Legends, it's going to get nuts. Like, the amount of shit I can do in that pub. Just pound a pint on Wednesdays. We can do gigs, shows, events. This shit will get mental, Legends. And you guys on this channel all get free pints, all right? You all get free fucking pints at my pub. Do not worry. I've got you covered, Legends. Anyway, we'll flip into an AMA now. We've almost done an hour. We'll jump into an AMA. We could talk about ETH as well, I suppose, the news with ETH, but it's not really like that big a deal. Like, I think, you know, the move was yesterday, wasn't it? Or 2 days ago when, you know, they came up with a statistic saying 75% chance of an ETF approval. Then the ETF happens and nothing happens, and it will probably come back down, find a higher low. It will probably do something like a Fibonacci retracement on this. If you go from swing low to swing high, come down to around here, nicely into around the high prices probably. And then that could be a buy trade for sure. Into that buy trade, flip it back up. Would be quite a tasty one, I can't lie. So something like that, Legends, could definitely happen. And having a look at some, put your questions in the chat, guys. Altcoins are just doing the same boring old shit. Ultra's not doing anything. Solana, again, everything's just waiting for Bitcoin to make its move and then follow that bastard. Nothing really happening on Doge. In terms of traditional, let's have a look where we're at. Again, it's just another break of trend to the upside, Legends. It's just happening over and over again like it always does. You have, you know, basically consolidations to the downside. Break, retest, expansion, break, retest, expansion, break, retest. It's the same shit over and over again, but it's for due reason. You know, if you do inflation-adjusted charts, SPX hasn't even broken its all-time high yet, so it's more than happy for this to happen. Inflation-adjusted, that hasn't broken out. I need to get a fucking good inflation-adjusted chart off the Wizard. I mean, off the Viking, sorry. Again, everything else is just mooning. Dixie's, it was mooning. It's a little bit. I think Dixie's got some more to go. I think actually it will probably find support here and continue higher. And that could be a little bit treacherous for the old itty bitty. We'll see if Dixie does begin to move up. It's definitely a key thing to keep an eye on for Bitcoin losing that crucial level of 61K. And if we lose 61K, you know, it is back to 52, 48, all the way down. We'll probably come to around here on that move, and then we'll do something like that and continue. But Dixie, again, on the edge there. The old euro, we won't do any forex trades, so I can't be asked for FX anymore. It was good times. The GDP is, Great British Pound is, if anyone wants to know about the Great British Pound, it's been in a long-term downtrend for many years. And this is definitely flagging out for bears. This is not great. It might come to retest, but it's not going to get above this level up here in terms of these high prices. It's going to continue lower. When that happens, we're going to see some pretty crazy stuff happening in the UK. Foreign investment will get easier. Internal quality of life will get worse. Euro, again, broken out. Trend below. Not looking too good for the old euro either in comparison to the US dollar. Tesla, like I said, guys, I thought we were going to come down for a retest. It's quite a good buy, Tesla, actually. You know, I do think this is probably going to continue to hold up around here. You know, if you actually look at some of the indicators as well, let's just have a look. So we need to get above EMA, the EMA ribbon. I think this could be looking quite good actually soon, Tesla. It needs to hold, obviously, this level here. But I think risk to reward wise, if you get another look into that, I think it's a great buy below here. You know, as well as coming down to, yeah, Tesla's beginning to look quite good actually. In one more go, and it hasn't really moved like the other markets in terms of Amazon's really done well. Meta's just absolutely blasted. Look at that. I drew that fractal, guys, from that level. I never moved that fractal. It did exactly what I thought. V bottom fucking recovery. Meta is such a profitable business, and people don't realize. You know, within the Instagram adverts, etc. Google just mooning it, and then the interest rate has not moved. But they're getting to the point, guys, for the Fed funds, you know, they're getting to the point where they're going to have to make a decision, and it's not going to be up. It's very unlikely they're going to keep, you know, raising interest rates. There hasn't historically been many times where they've been flat for more than... I'm trying to find a period where they've been flat for more than 4 months. So 1, 2, 3, 4 months. Okay, they're at 0 for a while, but we know, well, almost 0. So they had about This is a long time, actually. How many months did they fucking stay here? This is a long time. This is a couple of years, I think. 16 months. Sorry, 16 weeks. Okay, we're fine. This is not months. 16 weeks is fine. But let's do months, and let's have a look what we get. I don't think it's actually doing it correctly. Yeah, this is actually nuts, legends. So we've... Whoa. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Basically, the verdict is this. They're going to have to make a decision soon because there aren't many instances where they've been flat for this long, except here in the fucking 1992. That was a long time. And obviously here as well. But we're at 0 forever. Like, I don't count 0 as them holding it. They were just fucking 0, stay at 0. They could just stay here for a long time. Like, they kept us at 0 for fucking ages, legends. Oh my god. I can't actually believe the Fed kept us at 0. 2008 all the way to 2015. It is mind-blowing, isn't it? 0% interest rates. Free money for everyone. Free for all money. You don't pay interest on your debt. Unbelievable. And then the big snapback, and then they've tried again. So it's yeah, the Fed funds is really interesting, guys. I do think we've got a decision's coming, but we'll see. The market seems to be holding up anyway with this type of level, but the interest on the debt of the US government is not going to be easy for the US people, the US market to keep a handle on that. So it's going to change at some point. We're going to get that. We're going to get that. And we'll see what frickin' happens. It could be pretty drastic. Right, let's keep an eye on the old itty bitty and do some questions, legends. Let's do a little AMA. I'll chill out, AMA it up, and we will look at what's crack-a-lacking on the market as well. Just keep an eye on Bitcoin. So, the content might be worth it. What might be worth it, sir? What might be worth it? Guys, also check out the trading bot as well on Bingx. Go to mdxalgo.com/trading bot. And also, guys, check out our services we offer at mdxalgo.com. Like, it's pretty mind-blowing, actually, what we've built. This is our group, essentially. This is the VIP group where people post their charts, etc. A lot of you guys are probably in it, actually. There's 200 people watching, so most of you guys are probably a part of the membership group on mdxalgo.com. Are you going to buy meme coins like MOG? No, probably not. I'm kind of over the meme coin thing, bro. Like, I get it. Yes, you can make fucking millions if you buy a meme coin. It goes 1 billion% up. But the amount of times you have to probably... Well, I've tried myself. I've found I've made money on altcoins. I did quite well on that fucking shitty Solana meme coin, which was called Myro. I did quite well on... What was that other one we bought? I did another one, which we did quite well. But overall, it's like, yeah, some of them could make money, but essentially, actually one of our mentors, Will, in the group made a good point about this, but buying meme coins is just another way of representing leverage, really, because, like, the lower the market cap, essentially the higher the leverage, because the percents are higher. So you're just essentially just high leverage gambling on loads of these little things. You don't know what's going to happen. It's just gambling. Like, you don't know which one's going to do well or not. Maybe if you're, like, super fucking scrutinizing the process of who's building it and the funding and the website, maybe there's an edge there, but, like, you have to, like, get so many wrong to get one right. So for me, I'd rather just stick to what I know. Maybe if someone came up to me and was like, I know 1 billion, like, if Binance fucking, investment crew were like, look, we're literally putting this thing out there, and even if a big company like Binance or fucking all these big bit fucking, GoBit, even they don't know. Who knows? Pepe is now a top 20. I think it was higher than that. Well, Doge is now top 10, isn't it? So let's have a look at these memes then. The memers. I call them the shitties. Get rid of... Why does highlights always come up? I'm always like, bro, I don't want to see your highlights, CoinMarketCap. I don't want to see them. I don't care about your highlights. I want to just see the freaking tickers. Solana. Yeah, Dogecoin's in the top 10. And that's obviously the most famous meme coin, probably. Shiba did well, but it kind of fallen back a bit. Pepe, yeah, it's the top 20 right now. What's the price action look like on Pepe, to be honest? Like, because the Pepe Reina, I got into some nice shorts on Pepe. Obviously, I didn't hold them for the 10x Moon, but I got into some pretty decent shorts on it when it came out here. This is actually probably the wrong exchange to look at, because there were some nice shorts on it, basically. It went practically to 0, but This is unbelievable. This is unbelievable, legends. I should be streaming Pepe. I should be just doing a Pepe stream, shouldn't I? Maybe that's where all the views are at, legends. I just can't put my I can't face it. That is ridiculous, legends. That is absolutely redonkulous. The market cap is top 20 on Pepe Reina. That is absolutely mind-blowing. And actually, this is not looking... This is actually probably going to get it some exhaustion here. You know, it's just doing the typical... You know, it's going to come probably back to about there. You know, it's up, and then it's going to come back, and it might continue. What you're looking for, though, for me is... Yes, the upside is pretty decent, but top 20... You know, there's a lot of guys who are going to take profit on this. So I would say what you're really looking for is some shorts. And I could jump into this and start looking for shorts on it. It could be a bit of fun. I know it's traded on Bingx. I trade on Bingx a lot. You know, I could even try and get the bot set up on it, but yeah, you're not betting against this. I think I said on my prior stream, you just don't want to be betting against this. It could come back, but you know, just don't bet against it. Only bet against it when you see some sort of break of structure. You know, it comes back. You know, it can't make a higher high. You know, we're looking at momentum indicators as well. Some sort of break of structure into resistance, and there's your short. But if you put some trend lines on it, you know, I mean, not trend lines, moving averages on it, like you're not, yeah, like it's continuously above very key Fibonacci moving averages, which is uptrendy as fuck. You know, if we want to go into some more analysis, I could probably look at this on it as well. We could probably find Pepe with the indicators and see what's cracking. What's the best exchange? Which exchange has Pepe been on the longest? It's probably been on MEXC for ages. We'll have a look at Binance. We'll see what happens. But if you want to look at like lower time frames and see where volume's coming in, the volume delta will probably show a pretty good spread of that. It's pretty choppy and changey, actually, guys. It's big in, big out, big in, big out. And that's typical of these memes because there's going to be a lot of people who are trying to take profit as well. There's a nice little expansion phase there. These big green areas, it's just a lot of volume coming in. You know, here, it's just, yeah, it's a lot of buyers. If you just look at it, like obviously down here, like if you invert it, the red is very nice. Like there's nothing green and only red. Like that means we're going down. Like if you're looking for this is just looking. If you put the other indicator on as well, so you say to yourself, look, let's look at volume profile, and then let's keep moving averages on it. So let's go on the hourly as well on this. Let's find that piece of price action. I haven't got TradingView Pro on this side, so that's why I can't do it on both. They fucked everybody. So yeah, you got this downwards moving price action, and then if you had to say the moving average, what you're looking for is the red, and you're selling into the moving average every single time, and that's a nice way to trade trend on lower time frames, especially with the indicators. They'll just essentially do it for you. But Pepe Reina, again, just always above moving averages. Let's have a look what it's doing right now on the hourly time frame in terms of volume. Pepe Reina. It's right on the node right now where the volume's at. So if it loses this, it will probably begin to come red and come down a little bit. Mate, Pepe is just doing mental shit. Wasn't expecting to come on Peps and see this. I should just do a Pepe stream. Okay, if Pepe keeps doing this, tomorrow I'll do a Pepe stream, okay? I'll literally sit on the 1 minute on Pepe and I will trade Pepe with you, okay? If you want me to do that, put yes in the chat. If you want me to sit on the 1 minute, on the weekend when I could be just chilling out, walking around Dubai, chatting to fucking sexy women, and you want me to do frickin' Pepe? Yes, be fun, yes. Pepe trading tomorrow on the 1 minute? All right, guys, if we're going to do it, I want to see a little bit of dedication from the community. I love you guys. I stream for you guys. I've been doing this for a long time. If you guys really want me to stream tomorrow on the 1 minute Pepe, we need 200 likes. We need 200 likes right now, and you all need to slam in the chat why you think I'm a legend. And then I'll do it. That's G. 200 likes and why you think I'm a legend. Then we'll go. 1 minute Pepe trading on the 1 minute, and I'll just get up one of my accounts. The mustache. How is everybody in the community anyway? This is like the core community we got right now. 200 people. You guys are the core community. It's a nice, chilled, boring day. How are you, legends? How are we? The massive schlong. The shirts, yes, I'm wearing the shirts. All good here, bro, from the UK. Tequila. I gave my like. I don't give a shit about Pepe. But I do it for the other legend, UMAX. Oh, the other legends. UMAX are a legend, though, because you are a true lord. I am. I am Lord Maximilian Gorick John Greenfield. That is on my credit card. The Lord. Let's get back on the itty bitty. Let's have a look on the volume delta on itty bitty. Pepe's pissing me off. Let's get on the 5-minute volume and see what we're getting. Nice little move up on that long there. Could have taken that long buy trade. Short, like this is the indicators, guys. Just short, long, short. It's just beautiful. Beautiful. Beauty. I should probably put that to the top, actually. Visual order. Bring that to the front. Actually, well, the bot needs to... yeah, that'll be fine. Jim Sesh and Max on live. Where else would be on a Friday night? That is what it's all about. Jim, crypto, and conversations. Love the content. Much love from Tampa Phi? Tampa? Tampafla? Nice. Such a doge. Such a dope full name. I am Zeus Crypto. Yeah, it is a mental name. My parents must have been really jacked up in the fucking 70s or 80s or whatever it was. The 60s? No, they were born in the 60s. Pub landlord. That would be funny. I know. Me being a pub landlord would be absolutely hilarious. I don't know what will happen. It will be some crazy events. Everyone gets free pints. You know, the pub, it just looks like my type of pub. Obviously, I'm more of a beach guy. I like aviators. I like chilling out with a big shirt open, you know, the cigar, some shisha, some chicas, some fucking beach vibes going on. But you don't need beach vibes the whole fucking time. You can actually do it on Gloucester Road. It doesn't have to be beach vibes the whole time. You can do this type of shit as well. Look at it. That's good shit. That could be a good pub to own. It's just got that kind of like good English, old school, proper British vibe to it, where you sit in there on a rainy day, you get drunk as fuck, and you chain smoke and talk about how bad the weather is constantly for no reason. Mog. I'm not going on Mog, bro. You go and mog yourself off, and you can see on the flippers. Love the streams, brother. Watching from the UK as always. Announced the 100k party though. Yeah, that's coming up, man. I've actually got a plan for a couple of different events. So I've got the 100k party event, which we're planning, and I might be doing an event in November, which would be like a high ticket type thing, where you all come down to Dubes, and then we do like trading workshops. We do like analyzing it. We do a party after it. 2 days of the whole thing. And then we sell tickets for it and do a whole thing. Obviously, you guys in the community will get a good price on the tickies. Would you guys come? If I did an event in Dubai in November, and it would be, you know, trading workshops, really like in-depth analysis, one-on-one coaching, talking about actually how to make money, not all the bullshit, and then a big party afterwards with drinks, food, the whole venue kicking off in the day. Would you guys come to that event? That's the question. Yes or no? Sorry, I'm trying to... This is fucked right now. I kicked it, and now it's gone loose. Whoops. Do you remember your first crypto trade? Ooh, fuck. Do I remember my first crypto trade? The first one ever. The first one ever. My first crypto trade, it must have been buying on Coinbase, even though it wasn't really a trade, it was just a purchase. My first spot purchase must have been Coinbase. I definitely remember using Bitmania for a bit, or Bitmama, whatever it was called, but I can't. It must have been Coinbase back in the day. I remember using an Australian one for a bit, because I was in Oz. I remember using this one called Bitmania, Bitpanda, Coinbase. Buying crypto, I remember that. Exodus wallet. I used to do transactions on Exodus wallet as well. I used to like buy and sell on that. Drink streams from the pub would absolutely be mental, wouldn't it? Just absolute hectic drunk streams from the pub. It would get absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, looks legit. It does look like a legit pub. It is interesting. Got a preferred place to buy where you don't have to store your own gold. Don't know what you mean by that, mate. 100k party can't be in a pub. Yeah, yeah, it's not gonna be in Bristol. I'm not doing the 100k party in a Bristol pub. Don't worry. We're doing it in bigger places than that. Bro, I've been here since the last bull run. When you mentioned it 3 years ago, I'll be there, legend, man. If you gave long enough for it to be planned for the Bokey or Brokey, I don't know, Brokey flights to be insanely preed. In Dubai and Nov, third week. Yeah, I actually do think we're going to do second or third week of November, potentially. How much are tickets from England to Dubai? I don't know. Probably like, yeah, 400 quid. Depends on which airport. And it depends on what airline and what you do. Like, you can get really cheap flights these days, but you might have to do like a few different stops. But, you know, for an Emirates flight, it's if you booked it now for November, you'd probably get it for like 300 quid if you did a good job. It's not that long a flight. It's about 8 hours. I still like Ultra. Yep, I'm still in it. I haven't sold a penny of it. I'm still sticking in Ultra forever. Until the day I die, I'll be with Ultra. It's one of my investments, so I just will hold it for as long as the bull market. I'll just hold it until this cycle ends. And if Bitcoin does a crazy bull market cycle, goes to a very high price, and then we go into the new bull market, and an Ultra didn't do anything, I might think about selling some and recycling into a different coin. But you know, to sell at this point doesn't make sense to me. I'm just gonna hold on to it. I said from the beginning I'm gonna hold it for 10 years, but in crypto it's 5 years because you got a half a time cycle. But I'll just drive to the party. Yeah, ask questions, guys. I'm gonna chill and just answer some questions from you, leggies. Do an AMA. Where is yeah, I suppose no, not that one. Where is the Bingx? I want to show the bot. Where's the bot at? Let's have a look how it's doing right now in terms of profit and loss. Last trade. Okay, that guy's up a lot. History. So it's been up and down. 5, 3. No current positions. Trading data. Yeah, it's all looking good. 612 followers on the bot, guys. Now the MDX Trading Bot has got 612 followers. Pretty nuts. Pretty nuts. Right, questions. Let's do it. Hey Max, I have trouble calculating the position size when scalping on the 1 minute. Sometimes I miss the entry to keep the dollar amount at risk consistent or constant. Any tips on how to enter without missing? You know, it doesn't really matter about the size of the position, so to speak. What it matters about is your trade you're going into risking less than 2%. So obviously you need to calculate your position size to the ratio of the equity of your account, but that shouldn't be an issue because it has to be the same every single trade if you're going to play 1% or 2% risk management. So if you can only ever lose 1 or 2%, depending on what you want to do, the position size, calculating it shouldn't be an issue because you just know what it is. Leverage doesn't change that because it just means you lose the money faster or quicker. So essentially, if it's still 1% loss, all leverage does is just speed up the percent. You know, it's like instead of Bitcoin going up 8%, it goes up 16% if you're on leverage. So essentially, if you're in a trade where you can lose 1%, it just means that happens faster of the account you have. So with scalping, again, you've got to be composed. You have to have serious composure, serious dedication. You have to have a lot of discipline because you're making a lot of decisions over very short periods of time. you know, if you, I always use the same analogy, but it's, if you're a pilot, trading on the 1 minute as a pilot is like flying a stunt plane for 24 hours. It's like constantly having to think, constantly moving, constantly flying the fucking thing manually. And then, swing trading is like you're on autopilot in a Boeing 747 chilling. Like, you've got to be on your ball. And like scalp trading is gonna expose you. You're gonna have to be very composed when things go wrong. So you just have to stay level-headed with it. But in terms of your position size, it should always be the same. You might miss an entry to keep the dollar amount, at a constant. But what you should do is just use limit orders, set your limit orders on the support levels. So for instance, in my VIP group, yesterday I said that this would be a good buy. Instead of waiting for it to happen, just set your limit orders there. You have your stop loss in, 1 or 2% risk, and then let it bounce. And if it does get wicked out, you can come and recalibrate the next entry. But, I'd say that overall, generally speaking, if you're getting your limit orders in and you have a conditional order which sets the stop loss as soon as it enters, you can just set it and leave. It's done. In the mix. Yeah, drunk streams in Gloucester Road pub would break the internet. I think it generally would. I would just lock it up, close the doors. Everyone's just drinking. The whole thing's live. We're all just wankered. It would be absolute genius. It might be the end of the YouTube channel, to be honest. I might have to stream on Twitch. I think I'm going to move to Twitch, actually, for drunk streams. I think I'm just getting a little bit too close to the YouTube channel just getting wiped if I just keep doing drunk streams on it. Run fights through the sky. Oh, I thought you were going to say run fights through the pub. Do a Fight Club style thing. Yeah, you can do Skyscanner for flights. Sorry, my G, you were speaking before about cashing out this bull run into gold. You got a preferred place where you buy gold. I travel a lot and can't store my own gold. What would you recommend? Well, to be honest, I'm going to do a synergy between some bullion, but not that much because there might be a bullion premium at that time. But my strategy to get out is actually using a couple of different platforms. So Nexo offer a project called Pax Gold, which I do think is quite interesting. I do quite like it. I like the way they store it. They use Brinks Fort Knox. It's 1-to-1 banked. You can redeem it if you want. I like the idea of that. 1-to-1 backed coin, which represents the gold, and you can get a yield on it in Nexo. Also, there's a new product hopefully coming out on SMT, on Swarm Markets, which I'm very interested in learning about. There's another one called Aurus Gold as well, which I've checked out. 1-to-1 backed, 100%, 99.9% bullion pure gold. You can redeem it. And then obviously there's the bullion route, which would be buying, gold and silver from a broker. And to be honest, I would actually go with, I'll probably go with Peter Schiff's company, or I'll go with Mike Maloney's company. I trust them. I think they're good. 2 good brokers. I'll buy gold from them. Whether broker is the right word for it, maybe a dealer. But, it's, I think those guys would be good to buy bullion. But bullion's a little bit of a premium. I think 1-to-1 back stable coins, which represent, stable coin in so to speak, as though it's stably 1-to-1 backed by the actual bullion recorded, stamped 99.9% pure bullion gold. Then yeah, I can do that. I'm chill with that. I'm up for it. Cheapest I bought BDC was 600. Yeah, it's very good. The cheapest I bought BDC was 600. Yeah, $600. Exactly the same as me. Between $500 and $600 where I bought about 8 Bitcoin, I think. My first purchase was 8 Bitcoin. It was 8,000 Aussie dollars. So I was in Australia at the time. So it was a bit more than that, actually. No. Trying to work it out. It was about 8 Bitcoin. I probably didn't spend the full 8K on it. I think I bought some EOS with it as well. EOS, Bitcoin. And I had loads of weird shit at the start. Fuck me. What else did I have? I had extra bytes. Neo. I had Dash. Yeah, with the good old days. Cheapest I bought 600. 19-hour flight for 1K. Wait. 19-hour flight, 1K for the flight from the US East Coast. That's quite a lot of money. It's a long-ass flight. Let's go, Stefan, you legend. Well, there's a lot of questions coming in, guys. Keep asking questions. I'm happy to answer them, but I'm getting a bit lost here. Christ. Wait, what? Okay, I'm missing out. Okay, here we go. Fun Friday. Does Matic look bullish or bearish on the higher time frame? Matic is one of my biggest trades, really. You know, I made a lot of money on Matic. I'm a big term hodler of it. Bullish on the long term, you know, I don't really use, I try not to use the terminology bullish and bearish as much as possible because I don't really like it, because it kind of implies, you know, it implies that it has to be bullish. It just implies that it's bullish when anything can happen. The market can change overnight, and I just don't like bullish or bearish. I think bullish and bearish is just like a general sentiment. But I would say objectively on the charts, it is actually a pretty good chart. It's not too bad. You know, we're kind of on trend right now in terms of going from swing. Higher time frame perspective, though, let me get rid of this Fibonacci's. This is going from the May swing. Don't really need it. We're probably above all the moving averages, just about. We might not be. Actually, we are just below the EMA ribbon, which is not perfect. But overall, you know, it's still continuously making higher lows, which is a good sign. Yes, you are getting some lower highs. It's all on the balance of Bitcoin. Whether it's bullish or bearish is kind of irrelevant. You know, what you're really looking for, to be honest, actually, on this chart, you just want to draw a few trend lines. Actually, the deviation level, if you go from the first high price and down, you know, what you're really waiting for is some sort of squeeze in. You know, right now it's pincering in. It's not really perfect. I'm not a trend line guy at all, really. But if you really want to look at some objective levels, you have this level here, which is the support down at 2022. 2022, yeah. You've obviously got the low levels as well. 2 swing highs. Should probably do raise on this, but just to keep it easy, you know, I'm just going to whip it on here now. High prices. Matic overall needs to hold 5 cents, 50 cents. Let me make sure. Yeah, 50 cents. 50 cents is very, very important. You don't want to lose 50 cents, otherwise that's kind of coming down here and maybe even retesting some of the lower levels. So you've got a range band environment between 50 cents and coming into around $1.30. You know, this is an important level to get above. I'll just say it's a deviation of the prior area. So Matic, it's not really bullish or bearish, it's just range bound. And if it comes to here, and then it might make a lower high here, then it might come make a lower low, and it might just keep petering and squeezing. And overall, what you really want to wait for is, if you're below 50 cents, it's probably looking for lower prices. If you're above 130, it's looking for higher. And that's all you can really go by with these altcoins, because you essentially, Matic's just going to follow what Bitcoin does. So if Bitcoin wants to go to 42K, Matic's probably going to go towards that 50 cents. If Bitcoin wants to hold up here and create some sort of ascending formation and continue, then Matic's likely going to go towards the 30 cents. So I try not to, as much as possible, say bullish and bearish. Sometimes you just do say it because it's just a huge, well-known term in crypto and trading in general. But I try not to use it as much as possible. I'm trying to eradicate it from my mind as much as possible, because bullish and bearish, it just implies that it's good or bad, and the market isn't good or bad. You know, there's nothing good or bad about it going up and down. It just goes up and it goes down. It has to go down, has to go up. There's nothing good or bad about it. It's just markets have to go up and down. And if the supply and demand, especially with Bitcoin, which is essentially trades like a commodity, and commodities are determined by supply and demand. So it's not bullish or bearish. Oh, bearish just makes it sound like it's a bad thing, but why is it bad? You might be short, might be good. So I just try to eradicate that kind of bias as much as possible. But having said that, if Bitcoin goes up, it is generally good because I own a bag. Cheapest Bitcoin I got was when I still mined Litecoin in my dorm room. Nice, bro. Those Litecoins still at the same price as you got them at then. Fun stream. We got drop your questions in our live Q&A. Yeah, love it. We're doing a Q&A, guys, right now, so drop some questions. Yo, London here, long-time viewer. How easy was it to move to Dubai, and is it really zero capital gains tax? Getting a bit concerned if Labour gets in. I think you fucking well should be fucking concerned if Labour gets in, sir. Actually, having said that, if Labour gets in, I don't want to go political on you, But if Labour gets in, it will probably be quite good for Bitcoin. They're going to have extremely easing policies. They're going to print a lot of money. They're going to go into a lot more debt. They're going to create a lot more fucking stimulus. It's going to be, obviously, the UK pound doesn't really have a big hold on the market itself in terms of determining the purchasing power of things, but it'll probably be good for, people's assets priced in pounds. But having said that, yeah, Dubai is not difficult, okay? Dubai is not difficult to get into. Dubai is as easy as going to fucking Disneyland, all right? It's just a bit more expensive. It's just like going to Disneyland. It's a theme park. It's an adult theme park. It's an opt-in adult theme park. It caters to people who have wealth, and it caters to people who want safety, and it caters to people who don't want to participate in a socialist society. It's a capitalist society through and through. With a few different types of laws. So, like, Dubai is not hard to get into. You just need to be respectable, not have a criminal record, toe the line, play by the rules of the theme park like you would do if you went to Disneyland, Florida. If you went to Disneyland, Florida, and they say don't put chewing gum on the floor, you don't put chewing gum on the floor because you're in the fucking theme park. It's the same in Dubai. You just do what you're told. You do what you said. You don't fuck around. You don't mess around. You do what you're supposed to do. And for coming in toe in the line and being a good citizen, you get great benefits. You get huge financial freedom because you don't pay tax. And there's not really a public system here. That's why actually things aren't very expensive here. Because if you pay 0% tax, essentially if you're a wealthy individual, you are 40 or 50% richer. So the goods and services aren't 50% more expensive. Actually, in a lot of cases, like healthcare and a lot of things and going to the dentist is roughly the same price as England, if not cheaper. There are so many dentist clinics here. Like, there's so many homes here. There's so many buildings here. There's so much supply that it's not even that more expensive. And you don't pay tax. Even if it was 20% more expensive than England in terms of goods and services and things you buy, it's still cheaper because you pay fucking 40, 50% tax in England if you're successful. If you are successful, you are penalized in England. If you're successful in Dubai, you are not penalized. It is 0% capital gains tax. It's 0% income tax. It's 0% every single type of tax, except if you have a company within Dubai, which is a domestic company. So you have a company that sells to other UAE citizens or UAE residents, then you pay 9% tax. But people like me who have foreign customers and some internal customers, but not that many, what we do is we incorporate our companies in free zones like Sharjah, Ras Al Khaimah. Abu Dhabi don't do it anymore, and there's tax there. But there's a few different locations you can go to, and you can set up a free zone office. So I have an office in Ras Al Khaimah, which is where my base is, the office is, but I don't go there that much. And then from that location is actually where the company is incorporated in terms of the LLC. So then I pay 0% tax on everything. No VAT, no tax, no nothing. On every single thing I do. So no capital gains tax personally, no VAT tax on my company, no income tax on what I earn. So it's just no tax on anything. And the sacrifice maybe I can't live in England as a resident because I don't want to be a tax resident of England, but I can go to England for 3 months. But I can't live in England forever because then you have to pay tax in England because obviously I'm a citizen, and if I live there for longer than 3 months I become a resident. If I'm a resident, I have to pay tax on capital gains, and I don't want to fucking do that, and I don't want to be in England anyway for 5 months. I'd rather be in England for 3 months in the summer and then see you on the flippers. Like, it's the only time to be in England is in the summer anyway. But it is 0% capital gains, yeah. It's worth it. It's worth it, man. Thanks. I mean, sometimes the stop loss is different size. EX 1% versus 1.34%. I am not able to calculate the amount of coin to risk 100 USDT at each trade to keep the risk to reward formulas working. There's some mathematics involved. That's why I always say it's like between 1 or 2%. You can give yourself some leeway, in terms of the mathematical side. If you want to really be scrutinizing the maths, but then the price is moving quite quickly as well, it can be quite difficult. But you would say to yourself, between that 1 or 2%, it's fine to have the risk on. And I would say if you want to be a little bit more careful, you do 1 to 1.5% or lower than 1 to 1.5%. But, just generally speaking, you want to allow yourself a lot of ammunition. And sometimes there are opportunities, not opportunities, I'll say, sometimes there are moments when you can break your own rules, okay? Be careful and don't do it often, but you can break your own rules sometimes if you have conviction, and I wouldn't say do it a lot, and be prepared. Don't put it all, don't bet the whole fucking 100%. Don't go into a trade with no stop loss, I'm saying, or go 100x leverage. But there are times that you can do stuff. But I'd say, between that 1 or 2%, you're probably going to be fine. You got enough ammo to. It's unlikely you're going to lose. Good to remember, if you give yourself 1% loss every trade means at least you have 100 trades, because 1%, 100 trades, okay? But you got to remember that you lose 1% of the equity you have every time. So actually, it's an elliptic curve of more trades, because flat, if you lose 1% every trade, 100 trades is 100%. But you have to remember that you're losing 1% on the new money you have from losing the prior 1%. So you have a lot of runway. It's very difficult to lose your whole account if you really do stick to 1%. But people don't stick to 1% because it's boring and it takes a long time to grow the account. So but a lot of people just would, they'll fire out a couple 10%ers or a 15 or even sometimes a 50, or even sometimes they'll just go, fuck it, 50x leverage, no stop, let's go. And the worst thing you could do in that situation is win the trade. Because if you win that trade, then you're going to think you can do it again, and eventually you will probably come around to losing it. I need to put the aircon, turn the aircon up. 2 seconds, legends. 1 second there. It's fucking boiling in here, boys. I'm boiling my titties off. It's a hot one today in Doobs, leggies. Crikey, Mikey, Bikey. I've actually got a bit of a... God damn it, legends. Turn the aircon up, all right? I'm now on 21 and full blast. AMA time, let's go. AMA time, legends. AMA in the building. Okay, so just had a browse. Let me make sure what the time is. We're all good. Just had a browse at flights to Dubai in November from England. 380 quid return via France. Nice. Not too bad. Yeah, I'm thinking about doing an event in November, a meetup event for the community. It'd be like a valuable thing. It won't just be like, come and look at the stands and listen to some guy on stage. No, it'll be like, you come, we do a proper workshop style stuff. We sit down, we chat about real strategies, how to make money, how to actually apply things, how to actually take this to the next level, how to use indicators, what my strategies are, what the teams are, all the MDX algo guys, and then do drinks, food, lunch in the day on some beach bar style thing, and then we'll flip it into the night, do some gigs, music stuff, and probably do 2 days, and just see how it goes, man. I think it'll be awesome to do it. I'd really enjoy doing it, meet the community, and also it could be a way in to then find some venues, learn the whole thing, which will help them do the MDX 100k party. That will get nuts. 1 vote for Gloucester Road smash up. Yeah, let's fucking go, legends. Look at it. It's ready for a big hit. It's proper dingy, old school 700s pub. It's been built in the 1700s. We can have a lot of fun in there. It's not the beach vibes in Doobs or Ibiza, but you can have a lot of fun in there. I'll tell you that. Yes, guys, ask your questions. I'm kind of a little bit behind. Just to browse. Hey man, thanks for it just jumped. Hey man, thanks for your continued support of SWN networks back over the 1 mil market cap. Could this project still be resurrected? Hey man, thanks for continued support of SWM networks back over 1 mil market cap. Dude, a long time ago, I said that SWM was the first token that they created from swarm markets, but they moved everything to SMT. The token is SMT. The one I've been investing in is SMT. This one, swarm markets. So this is a 24 million market cap now. If you're an SWM, I don't even know if that's even a thing anymore, dude. Maybe it's mooned. I can't even see where it's at. SMT was their old token. They flipped everything over. There was a bridge and everything. They bridged over. You moved your tokens. That's crazy, dude. SMT. Like, SWM was years ago, brother. Wow, thanks, my bro. Got those all written down. Legend appreciated. Can't remember what I said. On higher time frames, X 5 minute on entry delta from the candle close is not much, so the risk to reward remains okay. But on the 1 minute, it's too difficult. A lot of things are quite difficult on the 1 minute. I'll give you that. Very difficult to be good at high velocity trading on that level. You have to have extremely good discipline, discipline, composure. You need to be level-headed, control your emotions consistently. You know, the way you lose in this game is, it's not, when you're in the trade, you're fine. It's when you enter or exit trades is when you lose. It's the movement between entering and exiting is when you get wrecked. What session do you prefer? What session do you prefer trading? US or Europe or Asia or time frame? To be honest, mate, the London times, the London Open until the London close has been something I've traded for many, many years, obviously, because I am from the UK and the European time zone. So yeah, European specifically. But it doesn't really phase me. You know, over the years, it's been less and less relevant just because I don't see any evidence to say any different trading time is any different. You know, it's because of this. Like, everyone thinks, oh, but the US trading, you know, zones or the trading times are better because there's more volume in the market. But then I say, well, there might be more volume in the market, but, you know, let's just say Asia's open. That means there's less open interest, so the market moves more with more volatility, so you need less money to move the market. So I don't see any evidence from, I've had a lot of people send me studies or, you know, things which say like these time zones are the best, but I don't really see any evidence that shows that any specific time period of trading is better or worse than the other. I think it's very difficult to quantify it, and I don't really see any reason to even think about it anymore. The only reason you'd want to think about it is the only reason you'd want to think about it is if you're using, you know, if you're trading something that does have a limited exposure on exchanges. So like if you are trading individual stocks and shares from individual jurisdictions, you will not be able to trade those the whole time, depending on the exchange you're using. Obviously, a lot of Forex markets you can get exposure to 24/7 now anyway by just jumping from different time zones. Crypto obviously is 24/7 on all the exchanges. And then, you know, you can jump around on gold as well. So you can just, you know, keep following the cycle on each exchange if you have the KYC and the mandate to do that with your IDs and everything. But overall, I don't really see much of a, you know, it was more important 15, 20 years ago for sure. Still holding Ultra and SWM. Will give keys. I think if you've made profit on SWM, I'd move that over to SMT. Alpha Exchange is awesome. Well done. Yeah, man, great. It's it's been amazing. So many people trading it, big volume on it. Alpha.exchange is my exchange, legends. I'll put a link here as well, so you can go check it out. We've got a big new side to it coming soon as well. So we've got Alpha.exchange, and then we've got a new variant of it coming soon. It's going to be absolutely mental. Can you put Bitcoin Cash Point in your pub? Yeah, that'd be sick. Yeah, definitely. Still holding SWM bags. I've got 100k. What should I do? I've got 100k. What shall I do? The amount of times I just get people asking me what they should do with their money. It's not something I can tell you to do, mate. But it's what I would say if I was you, and this is not financial advice, but you know, if I was you and I'm from what I would do with 100k, just you split it up into four different a quadrant of four different things. You know, you should have 25% of it should just be something that you buy and you hold forever, which would be Bitcoin. 25% it should be for swing trading, 25% of it should be for scalp trading, and another 25% of it should be for smaller high risk investments. I would say probably if you're completely new to crypto, you'd probably go for maybe 50% in just like, you know, a DCA, which would be long-term holds, and then split the rest. But If you're a little bit more advanced, I'd say 25% in each area would be the best way to go about it. And then within each 25% quadrant, then you need to say how much of that is going to be, actively traded, how much is that going to be sitting on the sidelines, and how much are you actually going to put into different strategies. So how much you're going to be on a swing trading bot, how much you're going to have on the sidelines for your scalps, whatever it is. There's so many different things, man. Like for me, I always just I don't advise anybody, but I just tell people that what I do and how I do it is the best way I think is appropriate, because obviously I do it. But it's 4 different things. And you gotta remember, in my DCA long-term hold stuff, within that 25%, I trade 50% with my bot. So it's kind of 4 different things all happening at the same time. But I have money on the sidelines for high probability setups on scalp. I have a swing trading strategy, I have a DCA strategy, and then I have high risk investments. And you just have a little pie chart, on coin stats or something. You just keep about rebalancing it, really. Thoughts on GME chart or any other meme stock like AMC? Yeah, let's have a look, man. AMC was absolutely hilarious back in the day. Actually, let me have a look at the one which went the other day. It went again, GameStop, which is GMC, right? GME, of course. Oh my god, let's have a look at the bastard. I love this shit, man. It's a shame that they all came back and just wrecked it. It would have been funny if they went even higher. God, this has been a long old chart. It's got a fib on it and everything. It's a shame that everybody just sold back into it, but you're not gonna not take profit, are you? Like, if you've just been holding on to it for dear life and it just absolutely ballistically goes 5x in a matter of a week. Actually, it might even be a matter of a day. Yeah, it's about 1 week. You're not gonna get out of it, but it's gone all the way up, all the way down. That's typical of these things. You're not gonna get a free ride forever. But it's good that this happened. It's taken a long time to come back as well. If you think about it, this happened nearly 4 years ago, and it's taken that long to draw down. Everyone's just been holding on to it, yeah, I'm never selling, and boom, and everybody sold. In and out. See you on the flippers. Liquidate the boys. It is funny, eh? Just have to be a decent human being to live in Dubai. You do, mate. You can't get in otherwise. They fucking take so much information about you. If you have a criminal record, you won't get in. If you've had any problems in the past, you won't get in. You need to have an ID. They have to scan it. You have to do all this kind of stuff. Yeah, 200 likes, guys. And then we're doing a freaking 1 minute chart tomorrow. Labour are most definitely going to be elected in... Oh, God. Well, of course they are. It's like, Labour get in, woohoo! And then everyone gets bored of Labour. Oh, Conservatives get in. Oh, then everyone gets bored of fucking Conservatives. It's just the 2 parliamentary bullshit system. Never gets anywhere. Well, it gets somewhere eventually. It's just a lot less efficient than just having a free market dynamic. Is there actually gonna be proper alt session season this cycle? Yeah, I think very likely. Bitcoin will go first, and then it'll trickle through. It'll be it's the Mexican wave effect of liquidity in the market. Bitcoin goes up first because it has the most pairs, liquidity, and exchanges connected to it, and then all the money begins to trickle down the markets, and then it goes into high caps, mid caps, small caps, micros, and shitties. Mexican wave. It'll happen. Just have to be a decent human. Yes, you do. LOL. All drug criminals live there. Yeah, not really. No. Well, there are mafia. There is cartels and mafia who live here, especially in this building, etc. We all know that, but the actual criminal side of it is not happening here. Did 10 years from 2013 to 22. 10 years. Nice one. Bro put in comparison 2016 post-halving with 2024 post-halving, I believe, is going to play out the same. The charts are basically identical. Be careful with fractals, man, because, you could go on any time frame and find, a chart which looks the same as it does now, But you're saying, bro, in the 2016 post-halving, let's have a look. 2016, let's go back. Gonna have to get up a longer term chart. A Bitstamp chart will probably be better. You're looking at 2016, yeah? We're trying to find it. You're looking around here, aren't you? Like something like this. The halving actually was a little bit further back. Let me find the halving for you. Let me find the halving. Let me find the halving. Yeah, so you're thinking this, yeah? Around here. Doesn't really look that similar to me. Post-halving. Yeah. Yeah. Probably sideways flat, a little bit of a nuke and then continue. Wouldn't surprise me at all. That would be like going back down to 52-ish. Cypriot passport on the way, and I'm out. Cyprus is good, but still, there is still tax there, etc. I actually know Cyprus very well. I lived there for 18 months. Got a bank there. Got the visa there. But still tax there. It used to be a tax haven back in 18, but that all went to shit. Actually, back in 13 or 14, maybe. What's going on? What is happening? Getting some big buys coming in. 127,000. We are doing this proper Legends. Big old stream tonight. We'll do about 20 more minutes of questions. Did you buy the car? And what did you go for in the end? I think it was a Maserati. I haven't bought the Maserati yet, no. But I am actually about to get my driving license in Dubai. Like my proper, legal, good driving license in Dubai. Doing the all the stuff now. There is an altcoin called Casper Network. I know Casper Network, yeah. People talk about it. Yeah, it might be a buy and hold for sure. Gee, why is it called a Mexican wave? I don't know, actually. Why is it called a Mexican wave? Maybe they do something like that in Mexico. I'm basically saying that, a Mexican wave is the thing you do in stadiums. I'm saying that happens the same in crypto. All the money goes into Bitcoin. That's the beginning of the Mexican wave, and it waves through the market. That's what I'm trying to say. But I don't know why it's called a Mexican wave. Maybe Mexicans just love waving it about, They love a bit of waving. Let's say China invade Taiwan tomorrow. What price do you think BTC would be at? I ate one of those. I ain't some sort of magical sorcerer. I would say there would just be some volatility. It will probably go down. Yeah, I think everything would probably go down a bit. I think a lot of markets would sell off into cash just because cash is the most liquid thing to buy things to survive a fucking nuclear fallout. So I think most shit would just go to cash real quick. And then you'd probably see stuff like Bitcoin and gold emerging out of it in terms of, value plays. But it would probably be a flight to cash first, yeah. It wouldn't be a good event. It would be very, very worrying, and it would create a lot of uncertainty for a lot of people, a lot of banks, a lot of businesses. The military industrial complex would be going off. All those stocks would be going up probably. Long on STX. What do you think of Sandy, Pepe's best friend? Chart looks like Pepe in the early days. Let's have a look. Then I'm going to go sleep, leggies. What exchange is it on, Sandy? Binance, is this it? What the fuck is this? I've charted it before, so I've obviously seen it before. Sand, this is sand. Not Sandy. Oh, it's called Andy. Whoops. Andy. Not much I can say about this one, mate, except if it holds this level here, it's probably going to continue. What are these swings like? Still a 200% move. Is this the right coin, bro? The term Mexican wave was coined because the phenomena was first widely seen during the 1986 World Cup, which was hosted by Mexico. Very interesting, man. Never knew that. I did not know that. It was all because of the old World Cup in the 80s. Hey, legends, have you been to Lithuania? No, I've never been to Lithuania before, bro. I've been to Romania. I've been to Ukraine, obviously. I've been to Czech Republic for a bit. Lithuania is in that area, I think, Eastern Europe, right? Why did the Mexican wave fall? Fail? Its job interview, sorry. Why did the Mexican wave fail its job interview? Because it couldn't stop going through the motions. Wow, we've got a long way in this stream, legends. I've sended you the comparison. Let me know what you think, brother. Nice. Following you for a minute, noticed you don't use fixed range volume profile. Any reason why you don't use volume area high, low, point of control? I don't use volume that much in my analysis at all, actually. I do have some indicators I use, which I've developed in my company, MDX Algo, which we have volume in terms of where the volume's coming in. And I do have my own indicator, which essentially shows the same thing. But I don't use the volume profile on these charts. No, I have done before, but volume profile is a way to try and identify where support and resistance is in a more simple way, or just try and identify where support and resistance is by looking at where the actual orders are in the books, right? But TradingView firstly doesn't have that reliable order books in terms of the data it's pulling, and there's also wash trading happening. But when you have been trading for a very, very long period of time, which I have, but it feels like forever since I can remember, you don't really need it, because you can identify where support and resistance is by looking at flat price action. Generally speaking, you can see where support and resistance is by where the market is stopping, and where the market's stopping here. I was going to say stopping and starting, but it's always where the market's stopping. So, you have big area of resistance up here where these wicks are coming in. That's resistance. You have a big area of support coming in here, which is support. And you don't really need the VPVR to do that. Let me have a look at what the VPVR is saying. I have my own indicators anyway, which I've developed, which do the same thing. But if you go VPVR, which is what you're talking about, let me find it for you. Or is it? I can't remember what it's actually called. Session. There you go. Let me find it for you. It is on my chart as a highlighted thing. But I think I'm doing session volume, so it's a higher time frame. I need to find the actual one. Let's have a look what we got. I'm trying to find it for you. Yeah, I think it's this one. VPVR. I can't actually see anything on the chart right now. I think I might have changed the settings. The old settings, sire. Anyway, I don't know where it is, but yeah, VPVR is what I used to use, but I have my own indicator I developed, which essentially does the same thing. If you just zoom out on this on a daily chart, you're going to get, if you want to use these types of time frames, this is just going to show you where the big pockets of volume are. Big area here, exactly right. You can have something along here as well, exactly right. So this indicator is a volume delta indicator. I've been using it for many, many, many months, or even how long volume delta's been about a year now. So you can do a few different things. You can put DOC on as well. So let's just show you this. So this is obviously, essentially the point of control on this chart. And then what you can also do as well is you can have session volume. You can turn on volume heat map, which is very, very interesting. Obviously, this is where, quite similar to the other indicator I showed you, but I use this for, like I said, I don't use in my analysis volume that much, because I know that volume is very wishy-washy, in the word wash, and stuff can be pulled. Exchanges, individuals, and companies will flash orders to create biases in people's minds, etc., etc., etc. The list goes on as shit. But what this does, it shows you when the volume's coming in. So this is pulling data from the TradingView order books. And you can see here when you have clusters of volume, you're usually building up for moves. When you have clusters of volume above it, and when you actually increase the, let's just say you increase the intensity of this, you can actually get a pretty nice way of seeing when the volume's coming in. You can see all the volumes above it, pushing it down, pushing it down, pushing it down, less volume below it than above it. And the more stacked it is above it, the more volume is for downside. And you usually see in points where, you know, the market's looking to pull back, you have big areas of volume coming in with not much holding it up. But we've developed this new thing, which is a little bit simpler, which is the dominance bands. And this has been very nice. It's very simple. You can put on your volume deltas as well. So like you can see here, sorry, session volume, the delta candles are slightly different. And delta candles show you what's happening within each candle. So I'm kind of boring everyone to death with this. But this is a very interesting indicator, and I do use it a lot. And also, if you want to get rid of DOC, because you don't actually need it, sorry, I just like profile, because if you get rid of that, it is pretty nice. This is showing you all the green underneath it for the buy, red coming in above it, down. So you can see here how there's nothing in green and lots in red. It's just showing that there's downwards pressure on the price, okay? And if there's nothing in the green, which means buy volume, the red is just forcing it down, and then you can see these purple ones are again above the price. So it's like, okay, sellers are coming in for session volume. But you can use this to your advantage, guys. It's again here, look, price is beginning to move up. Lots of green here, nothing in red. You're moving up, okay? So it's pretty interesting to see how it can, and the delta candle, sorry, I forgot to mention, what's happening within each candle, okay? So you can actually see like trap liquidity, how much green, how much orange, how much red. And you can use like these big green candles pushing it up. And then you can see when reversals are going to happen, because you can see the candles begin to get unfilled. But yeah, you can get this indicator, guys. We have a whole indicator suite. We actually have 15 pro indicators built by the team. And we use them the whole time in the community. We have a whole community of people who use them in here. You'll probably be able to like skim through the indicators, and you'll see the indicators chat where people are using different types of setups, you know, different types of volume deltas in our VIP trading community. You can see here this guy's working this out as well. So yeah, you can get that at MDX Algo, guys. MDXalgo.com. It's my company, which is a trading education company where we do like mentorship. We have indicators. We have everything going there if you want to get trading properly. Why did the Mexican wave never get bored at the game? Because it was always on the move. For those just joining, you can give us a quick recap on TA. I'm gonna go. I'm fucking exhausted. I nearly done 2 hours. MDX bot. Why should I subscribe? Generally, shill me. We'll do that in a second. I'm gonna leave and I'll show you the bot in a second. Wow, that volume delta candle is clutch. Very nice. Yeah, you can get that at MDX Algo. MDX bot. Why should I subscribe? Oh look, here we go. Sorry, the VPVR is back on, but for some reason I've turned everything off. Let me just set this to default. This is the thing the guy was talking about before. The node. The volume control node. Yeah, so with the MDX bot, the main reason I think, you know, it's a great resource is just because this is essentially my strategy I've used for the last decade. And the only reason I can give it away, I'll put the link here for you legends. The only reason I can give it away for free is because Bingx allow me to monetize through referral links. So instead of me using the strategy to make money, I can just give it for free and then make money through the fees that people pay from the market orders they use when they use the bot on Bingx. So it's just a thanks to Bingx, but you can read about it in more depth. Like, I won't go into massive detail, but you can read about how to use it for advanced users. You can look at all of the back-tested numbers on it. And, you know, if you put $10,000 into Bitcoin on the 1st of January 2020, today you'd have $85,000. Okay, so this is just completely 100% backtested data. You can look at this on the bot yourself from when you look at it on the trading view. So you'd have $85,000 today if you invested $10,000 in Bitcoin on the 1st of Jan 2020. If you were using the MDX Trading Bot, which is my trading strategy, you'd have $177,000. Okay, so it's a huge increase. But the actual secret sauce to really make a lot of money with the bot is not just to leave it buying and selling, because the gross profit of the bot is actually 5,300%. But it never made 3,500. It made 17,000%. Sorry, 1,700, 5,300. Getting the numbers too high. 1,700%, 5,300% is what it made and what it could have made, okay? And it lost 3,600%. So the difference between these two numbers is the net profit. The gross profit was this, the gross loss was this. And the reason this is important to know is because you can, by using the advanced trading strategy, which I've been using for many years, you can get your profit from the bot closer to this number. You're never going to get it all the way to that number, but you can get it a lot closer to this number, because what you can do intelligently, if you want to be a little bit more advanced in what you're doing, you can read about how to identify when the market's going to go into a range-bound environment. And because the bot has a 38% win rate, so I've said this many times, but let me zoom out a little bit. All the traders who come out and say, I've got a high win rate, that means I'm a good trader. It's complete BS. They're complete liars. You can tell a bullshit trader when they try and use win rate for a reason for them being a good, profitable trader. Because profitable traders do not care about win rate. We care about P&L. Your win rate could be 1% of the time you win, you could make $1 million. You could have a win rate of 99% you win, and you could lose $1 million. It doesn't matter. The profitability, and we do need to change that. Actually, it should say profitability, not profitable. It should say profitability. It only wins 38% of the time. So I don't know if you can see it on the screen. It's probably in the way. But it only wins 38% of the time, the win rate. But it has a net profit of 1,700%. The max winning trade is 66. Max losing trade is 7. So if you can if you can correctly identify when the bot is going to make a false signal, which you can hedge against, and that will be 62% of the time those trades will be wrong because it only has a 38% win rate, you can then get yourself closer to the gross profit number of 5,000%, which is literally 50 times your fucking money. It still did 17 times your money, but you could have done 50 times your money if you intelligently traded against the wrong signals the bot made. Because the universe is a yin and yang, okay? So energy ebb and it flows. There's always a counter, there's always a positive and negative in everything, okay? So if you design a swing trading strategy, which is profitable, it's very, very likely that it will not be profitable as a scalp trading strategy. If you create a scalp trading strategy which is profitable, it's very, very likely it will not be a profitable strategy in swing. It's the yin and yang means if it's profitable in swing, it can't be profitable in scalp. If it's profitable in scalp, it can't be profitable in swing. It cannot happen. It's the yin and yang. It's impossible. You can make it vanilla and make it a little bit good in swing and a little bit good in scalp, but then you're just going to be wishy-washy. You either need to be good at swing or good at scalp. It can't be both. So if you create a profitable swing trading strategy, which is not profitable in scalp, then you have actually built in the journey of building a profitable swing trading strategy with a bot, you have actually already built a profitable scalp trading strategy. Because the swing trading strategy, if you trade it for swing, does not work in scalp. But if you then invert, and where the scalp trading strategy buys, you sell, and where the scalp trading strategy sells, you buy, in the journey of building a swing trading strategy with a trading bot, you have actually built a profitable scalp trading strategy if you invert the trades in a scalp ranging environment. Okay, hopefully I'm explaining this correctly, or not. I'm explaining it correctly. Hopefully I'm explaining it easily for you to understand. You know, when you build something which is profitable as a trading bot, all you have to do is invert it and then identify when the trading environment is not swing. So if it's a profitable swing trading strategy, when the environment is not swing, invert the strategy on itself and you have a profitable scalp trading strategy. And that's exactly what you've got. So we can design another trading bot which then does scalp, but it's easier just to have the swing trading strategy working the whole time and then manually hedge against the trades. We are developing something at the moment. Takes a long time, but ultimately this has just worked for me. I have a knack now of using it, and I've used it for many, many years, and you can use it as well, because the thing is, I can give it away for free because I know that most people will still struggle to actually execute this correctly. It's still not easy to execute this strategy. It is advanced. It's still difficult, okay? But at least you've got it. And I would say also, with this whole thing, it's free because I can monetize through Bingx. So when you guys go and sign up with Bingx, with the link below, the referral link, you then get the trading bot, but I can monetize through that because every single time it trades, you pay a fee and I get a cut of that fee through Bingx. So it's just thank you to Bingx for allowing that to happen, because I can make a passive income from the bot without doing it myself anymore. I've traded it for 10 years now everyone else and if you make money with it, then you're just going to use it forever, and then there's more fees. So it just makes sense. I just basically get to essentially licensing it out for a revenue. So I'm more than happy to do that. And I can always turn it off. We've got it private, so obviously not everybody can use it. If everyone in the world turned around tomorrow and used it, it would not be profitable anymore. But at this point, it's still profitable. It's proven to be profitable, and it's not hundreds of millions of people using it. So it's pretty good. Can you look at Shendu, 100% organic meme coin? I will, bro, because you paid, but overall, was it not Sen? It's Kendu. Mate, send the ticker with you, my friend. Send the ticker, guys. This guy here said, we don't need bots. I trade myself better than bots. But you can't trade better than a bot when you're asleep. And you can't trade better than a bot forever. And you can't trade better than a bot when you don't want to trade. And you can't trade better than a bot when you're having a bad day. You can't trade better than the bot when you haven't slept well. You can't trade better than a bot when you got to go take your kids to school. You can't trade better than the bot when you fall down the stairs and you're in hospital. You can't trade better than a bot when life happens. So yeah, I can trade better than the bot if I want to. But there's no guarantee that I'm going to be able to. So trading with bots is not about trying to be better than you trading as, an individual. Trading with a bot is about allowing yourself to say, if I don't want to trade, I still have something that can make me money. And I can mitigate the times where I can't be in the market. Because the amount of trades my bot has made. Okay, actually, every single trade you see on this chart, right? So I have a long on BitGet from around here. So I have a long position from here. You guys can see that on Twitter. I already posted it. I'll show you it. So I have a long on BitGet from basically the low here on Twitter, right? But this trade here, this long, I didn't get into that. I wasn't even awake. Bang. 5% win trade, okay? Sell here into this trade. Bang. 5% win trade. I didn't trade any of these trades, but I still have a long and the bot's long as well. Someone in our community counter traded this signal, did very, very well. But the whole premise of this is not about, I can trade better than the bot. I don't need the bot. Well, if you can trade better than the bot, then why not use the bot as well? Because the bot is there to give you time to breathe, relax, insurance. If you do fall asleep one time, you're still going to catch the move, and it might not be profitable very quickly. It takes a long time to make money with a swing trading strategy, but if you can use that in a way where you say to yourself, look, I'm going to trade manually as much as I can, but I'm going to use the bot to be my safeguard just in case I miss a trade, then why not? It's not about having an ego over being better than the bot. Like, the bot isn't there to be better than you. The bot is there to make your life better, because it means you don't have to trade. And like, the ultimate goal of trading is not to trade. The ultimate goal of trading is to bring freedom, or for me anyway. I didn't get into trading to trade. I got into trading to make money, so I got a freedom, because I don't have to work for somebody else. You don't have to have a job. You don't have to have a boss. So anything that can create more freedom is the goal. It's not about the trading itself, even though I do love trading and it's fun and I do enjoy being in the market. It would be difficult for me to trade for this long without enjoying the process of doing it as well. But I would say that that's not the premise, or the ultimate goal is not to actually trade. It's to have financial freedom, because who the fuck wants to work for a boss? Exactly. You can't trade better than the bot when you're making love to your woman. Like, I'm basically acting like a robot in the bedroom. I'm just pumping, bro. I'm just pumping like a piston. You know, I'm better than the bot in the bedroom, but the bot ain't as good at fucking just pistoning away, you know? The bot's there to... Can't be better than the bot when you're banging your missus. It's a great point. Even if I was on the computer whilst I was banging my missus, serotonin, dopamine, and fucking everything going off, oxytocin, we're blasting off a little bit of dopamine. I don't know what's going on. I'm trading as well, maybe. Maybe that's not even the truth. Is Bingx trustworthy? Yeah, Bingx is really good. Yeah. Domestic company within Singapore. They're basically like Bybit 3 years ago. Good team. I know them personally. I actually went to their event in the Burj Khalifa. So I live in the Burj Khalifa. Downstairs, I did an event. I went to it. Just went down the lift and was like, yo, you're right, legends. They obviously invited me, but yeah, they're a good, legit team. Big team. Singapore. Traditional background as well. They ain't going anywhere. They're doing well. I think they're going to be a big player, actually, moving forward. They're hungry for it. Unfortunately, Bybit's a bit... They're not listing as much at the moment. They're a little bit worried about the CZ situation. I feel like the team's a bit like... Can't get things through in terms of new ideas. It's a great company, but Bingx are a little bit more hungry for innovation, different things. They look to me like they're going to be a big up-and-comer. And actually, I don't even have to say they're going to be a big up-and-comer, because the volume is massive. $8 billion volume, 24 hours, legends. Like, yes, Bybit's doing 25 billion, but Bingx has been around for a year. And there were a few months where Bingx was around 10 to 15 billion. They've dropped back a little bit. But, Bingx is up there in the top echelons of the crypto exchanges now. Obviously, we have the Binance and the OKs, but, to be doing more than MEXC, for instance, it's a very, very big jump. And they've done a good job, considering that they are in that top, area. But you can check this out yourself, guys. We pull all of this data, we skim it as well to make sure it's legit, and then this all comes from good APIs, so you can come check this all out. We have the coin list as well, the volume, so you can see that mainly stable coins at the top at the moment. We have a whole converters page as well, so you can come convert things. Like we have BTC to Sats, we have a nice initial investment in terms of compound interest investment calculator. We got a few different bits and bobs. Got the Academy as well, which isn't open to everybody, but this is the way you can watch my course. So I have my own trading course, etc. Right, questions, leggies. What time is BTC CME close and open, so we know how to spot the CME gaps? It should be UTC London GMT. GMT London. Let's have a look. It might have already closed today. No, not yet. With the bot. With the bot bedroom analogy, you are starting to show the tiredness. Yeah, you legend. Pepe is wild, I know. Do you think the Pepe OG original gangsters will ever cash out? Or is the price just mooning always? One day there will be a day. Good old stock poker. There will be a day in the future, one day, where, yes, I think they will eventually sell. But it's looking pretty good right now for upside, for sure. It will happen, but yeah. Right, legends, I'm going to hit the hay. I'm absolutely exhausted. Long stream, 2 hours. Great stuff. I'll see you on the flippers. If you're going to hit the like button on the way out, guys, that'd be great. Go and get a Bingx account as well so you can use the trading bot. Just go to this page. And then what you got to do is sign up with Bingx. It's the best exchange to use. And use this link here. So the invitation link is important. So use the referral link to get access. And then use the invitation link, which will directly take you to exactly the right bot to follow. Don't follow the spot one. Don't follow the standard futures. Follow the perpetual futures. And clicking this link takes you directly to the invitation to that exact bot. And also you can watch this video as well, which is got a lot of views, legends. You guys went for it. Got like 10,000 views, that video. So yeah, I'm gonna hit the hay, leggies. And I'll see you on No Flippo. Great stream. Yeah, legend. Stock Poker, where are you, bro? I haven't seen you in the community, man. I'll give you a free membership, brother. Message me. If you haven't got a membership right now, I'll give you one, okay? All right, legends. I'll see you on the flip side, okay? Cheers.